Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zakk.
Hopefully I don't have shit in my mouth. We're back here with the Hawkeye finale, Zachary. What happened, man?
We had the great moment, which was the introduction of Kingpin into the MCU.
Yes.
Old Vinny.
Yeah.
D'Onofrio.
Yep.
D'Onofrio, or how the fuck you say it. I don't know. D'Onofrio.
I think it's D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio.
I thought it was. It's because I remember one time.
But there's no N in front of the O.
He says pronounced, he said there's two pronunciations. One is the Spanish version and one is the non-Spanish version. His was a non-Spanish version.
Yeah.
And the Spanish version was D'Onofrio. And the Spanish version, it might not have been D'Onofrio, but it was closer than that to that.
You're right. It's fact.
D'Onofrio.
There is an N there.
The N is not there.
It's false.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce it with the N. It's not there. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But I get it. But
it was a big moment.
D'Onofrio.
Yeah, it was
great because he's great. He's a great fucking performer.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that we have a little compared to Thanos, he's kind of small scale.
Yeah,
but he's very big scale in terms of his mentality and his strategy.
Yeah. One thing we'll say is we did watch the Spider-Man movie and reviewed it. I'm going to try to have that edited up as soon as possible. So spoiler alert, I'm going to say something now. Charlie Cox is in it.
Mm-hmm.
As
Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock. So, I don't know what universes or who belongs to what, but both those actors...
Matt Murdock and Kingpin are from, those are kind of the heavies from their little world.
Yeah, but...
Especially the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Kingpin was kind of his alter...
Yeah, it seems to be legitimizing...
his nemesis.
Those actors and those characters.
Well, it's good. It's great. Because they deserve to be there. The series were good on Netflix. They had some moments, but everything I don't think there's been one movie yet that I've seen that didn't have its moments.
Yeah, of course.
But it's I'm glad to see him included here. That means there's a chance that John Bernthal can roll in as the Punisher.
Oh yeah, dude. And I've only seen actually I saw a highlight reel of him going and beat people up. I'm like, dude, he's so cool. I love John Bernthal.
The first season of the Punisher was fucking great. Second season was good.
Yeah.
It didn't have the same visceralism as the first season because that was more about his origins and him...
His rage.
And
stuff for his family.
Whereas the second season is more about him carrying on what he's become.
Okay. Guys, if you catch us the first time, I haven't seen any of those shows. I saw the first couple episodes of Daredevil. I really liked it. I just never continued.
It's really good.
But, I know it's a big moment for fans to see Kingpin, so I'm happy for that.
It was great to see him here. I'm always in for a good villain.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're few and far between. We had Ultron, who was okay.
You know what's
James
weird
Spader in there.
The kids were watching it today when I left. And I think I saw that movie once in the theaters. And I really liked it. He sounds so cool.
He sounds
when he's talking about no strings on me. He's because he's not a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really freaking
Hugo Weaving was great as Red Skull. Mm-hmm. I just love Hugo Weaving.
Yeah,
but he was kind of campy. That movie was supposed to be kind of campy.
I'll tell you what. I think that movie's kind of fucking... I've rewatched him. And I thought that one was fucking... Except for... he was great. And I love Captain America. I love that character. I was Team Cap, personally. But I thought the movie was just a little boring. This was cool. I found this out on IGN. So in Iron Man 3... the script had him, Jon Favreau's character, happy dying. And Jon Favreau, I believe he directed it. Or did Shane I don't know. Well, either way, he directed the first two, I think for sure. And he's been a huge part of launching that universe. He's the one who convinced Marvel to give Robert Downey Jr. another chance. Because he was he was on drugs, he was betrayed so badly, he's been in and out of jail. And Iron Man saved his life. But anyways... So he changed the script, or he made a note and said, hey, can we just have Happy go to coma and he lives? And they said, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And then he's been able to go on. Yeah, so which is really cool because
he's still in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he personally just loved, he's like, these are my best friends. I love this job. I love, I want to be in it. And I think that was a good decision. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, guys. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I was just thinking of the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. The fight between him and Willem Dafoe in the hotel.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
Was great.
It was fucking great.
Him body slam, Willem Dafoe body slamming him through the floors and then them going all the way down to the main level.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
That was
Dude, my favorite part... Actually, my favorite part of that movie is when... And I think it was great. And this is spoilers for Spider-Man, sorry. But, Spider-Man, I'll try to be vague if you're going to keep watching. He was appropriately angry. And he looked like he was just beating the shit out of Green Goblin. And then he was laughing. Remember that when he's punching him?
Yeah, Green Goblin was laughing.
It was so fucking cool, dude. It was like, yeah.
He's pushing him to his limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Joker and Batman.
No, that's, yeah, it was
the whole idea. The
great.
Joker trying to push him over the edge. And
yeah.
that's pretty much what they had with the Green Goblin and him.
Well, it's always...
It's like, you can thank me later.
Yeah.
Like, that was a fucking... Like, I loved how he, like, kind of looked.
Yeah,
he's like, you can thank me later.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, anyways, we're done talking about that. We're all going to watch now.
Miss Bishop.
Mr. Fisk.
What can I help you with, Eleanor?
We've had a good relationship, haven't we, Wilson?
Yes.
I've always done what was told.
What I'd expect when there's a debt. And your husband owed a small fortune.
Which I have repaid tenfold by now.
All the while doing pretty well for yourself. Which is why I'm a little confused where you're headed with this.
His twitch in his eye.
Yeah.
I handled Armand like you asked. My fiance is taking the fall for Sloan. My daughter is home now, and that's where I draw the line.
There are no lines in this business.
And that is why I have to leave this business.
Eleanor, don't be rash.
I want you to know that I have been keeping an insurance policy, copies of everything in a safe place.
Why are you bringing that up
In the
now?
spirit of the holidays, I'm going to give you a minute to think about what you're starting right now.
I don't need a minute.
Trying to leave.
Did he sound like that in the show?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He's fucking awesome in the show.
Apparently, my mom is the one who hired her to kill you. And now she's working with the mob. She killed Armand. You should go home. You should be with your family. You can still make it in time for Christmas.
Kate, you're my partner. Your mess is my mess. I'm not going anywhere until this is finished.
I always taught you to keep a low profile.
I'm sorry. I got carried away. You know what my father meant to me.
To all of us.
Finding whoever killed him, that won't change anything.
He would have wanted you to move on. He always wanted the best for you. I love you.
He's lying to her.
Yeah. Keep an eye on her.
The Ronin running around the city. An Avenger has taken an outsized interest in our operations. And the Bishop woman, she thinks that she can quit her job as if she works for Goldman Sachs. And Maya, my Maya, she's turned on us. What will we do about it? The people need to be reminded that the city belongs to me.
He's just really good, man.
He is.
He's really good,
He's
dude.
fucking powerful. It'd be so fucking heavy.
Yeah, you figured, right?
Like, you know, arch so high.
Yeah.
Should have hit a target. Because of the weight.
What is this one?
Way too dangerous.
Buckshot?
Reminds me of Home Alone when he's making all his traps.
Well, it's playing the Christmas music.
Yeah.
While they're doing it.
When I was younger, aliens invaded. I was alone. And I was terrified. Then I saw you. Fighting aliens with a stick and a string.
What are assets? What are threats?
Threats? That guy. That's scary. Fired me from one of the only jobs I ever had. Assets? Well, we have those all over the party.
Hey, Jack, I thought you were in jail.
I was, until your father bailed me out.
Mom said I was going to get your wine collection.
What? You're not old enough to appreciate my wine collection.
Well, I will be someday.
The problem is it would have peaked by then.
Now, if you go back to jail, it won't.
Do you remember when you peed in your pants in the Hamptons? I do. Everybody does.
I love that, like, this spoiled rich guy talking to the spoiled rich kid.
I know. The fucking coat has to be worn.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would you wear something so
I don't know.
cumbersome?
It's pretty fucking cold in New York, though, I heard.
Probably.
I'm saving your life. Your business partner wants you dead. What are you talking about?
Which is why I'm a little confused where you're headed with this.
How could you do this?
I handled Armand like you.
All these years.
My fiance.
You don't understand. When your father died, I was blindsided. He owed that monster money.
There you two are. Sorry to interrupt, darling, but I really need to have a word with you.
Jack, not now. Sweetheart, Kate, don't worry about it. I have everything under control.
Something's gonna happen with Jack, I feel like.
Jack's gonna come out of it on top.
I hope so.
All clear,
I like Jack.
Even at the behest of my main characters.
Surprise, surprise.
Get down. You okay? Get these people out of here. Wait in the window! Wait in the window!
He's not leading him very well. He's leading way too high. Way too far.
Why didn't fucking he just get low?
What? Because it wouldn't make for a great shot with him shooting through the window, Shane.
You're right.
Tell the boss Christmas came early.
Yeah, it sucks.
What the hell was that?
Shots fired!
Mom, Jack, stay here. Kate, do not go out there. It's too dangerous. You're the reason it's dangerous out there, Mom. Just stay put and stay out of this.
You know, I feel like I'm missing something here. Okay, Jack. This is it. It's your time.
What's he gonna do?
You offend some motherfuckers, that's what.
Stay. Ah.
What was that?
I don't know. No! Oh my God, what is happening?
Did you plan that?
Yes. No.
No. Come on, that is so annoying.
That was a little better. Push all the buttons.
You're trying to save your friend's life and your...
I think I'd do it in a less petty way.
They're coming to
Oh yeah? How the fuck would you do that?
I don't know.
Red one.
What are we doing? I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Let's grab a drink, huh?
Okay, yeah,
Cool.
sure. After I get Barton.
No, that's not what. Come on, listen, you don't.
It wasn't that funny, but seeing her face went across the glass.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I kept thinking of Mike Grease. I used to do it.
You're a fucking animal. That's why. I hate that guy too.
Why do you run?
Fucking Kit Harington looked alike. Got hired for this fucking job. He's a petty little shithead that wants to bed my and get with Kingpin. And fuck that guy.
I don't know if he wants to, if he tries to kill her.
He wasn't trying to kill her.
But I thought it was like she betrayed us. We gotta kill her.
He's probably kind of stuck in the middle. You ever get that fucking monster, hot chick?
Yeah.
Ow! That really hurts. Yeah, it was sort of the kick to the ribs. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was good form. But you did a really cool body throw.
Yeah, thank you. Stop making me like you.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Bye.
Tom Cruise.
Is that you?
It's Elena! Watch out!
That was pretty good. Dude, that's some ballsy.
With balls on a string.
Yeah.
That's like how it is when you're married. Your balls on a string. Usually the idea is to wear them a jar.
Yeah.
But
you gotta really have...
After you get divorced, you get like one back. So, especially if you have kids.
That could have hurt, man.
Hell yeah, it could have.
Bro,
it's Kate Bishop.
I know it's probably not the best moment right now, but I want to thank you, for your advice, what you said, how I should speak to my girlfriend.
Did it work?
It worked, bro. We went to Maroon 5 instead.
Oh, that's so great. So what's with the gun?
I'm sorry, bro. Got you now, bro.
Jack!
Oh!
They're behind you! Jack,
Jesus, man, you just cut people.
Sorry, my mom got you put in jail. Are you okay?
Never been better. What? I'm afraid I've lost track of your mother.
You and me both.
That guy looks like a bitch.
I told you to stop.
You started all this, and now I have to finish it.
Whoa, that was great.
Bad guys should never hit shit.
Oh, dude. It sounds like an action flick thing to happen.
Jumping into a Christmas tree?
Or jumping out a window and think of Rush Hour and all those movies.
Hey. Kate, what just happened?
Kate, do not.
Timber.
Oh man, there's gotta be a better way.
It's a really cool image, though.
It definitely is. That's fucking cool. Hope you have fillings.
Let's hold them off for a bit.
It would suck.
Like a nipple piercing or something.
Should have been a tracksuit mafia, I guess.
Yeah.
Or what if they had a cock ring?
Oh, that'd be terrible. Dude, what we got poked in the eye?
Bouncing Betties, man.
That guy's got one leg for the rest of his life.
What happens to them now?
I don't know. I'll tell Scott about that one.
They're just stuck.
Well, there's that.
Dude, they're gonna die a terrible death.
I need to know what happened.
If I told you what really happened, you'd never believe me. But what you need to know is your sister sacrificed herself. She saved the world. I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do with that?
I would kill anybody else.
He won't let that happen.
Alright, damn.
He wasn't gonna last. He wasn't cool enough to last.
Leave, Maya. He's coming for you.
They just didn't establish that he could fight close to her level, really.
That's my point. He's not cool enough to last.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
I might set up a bomb, man.
Why would she sacrifice herself for you? Why do you deserve it?
I don't.
So she died because you let her.
I fought her for it. But she was better than me.
You should have fought harder.
Oh no, look!
He didn't go very far. It was like 10 feet.
But he hit
He's
the
not
wall.
that heavy.
He hit the wall, though.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, ugh. Like falls over.
This was just an unfortunate arrangement. And it's over.
Killing Armand? Hiring an assassin to kill Clint. Framing your own fiance. That's an unfortunate arrangement.
Yes, sweetie. That's how the world works. I've
Really?
protected you from it. Is this what heroes do? Arrest their mothers on Christmas?
I'm sorry. I love you, Mom.
Oh, damn. Whistle thing they do, don't they?
How do you know that?
Your secret whistle with Nat. She talked about you all the time, Elena.
She did?
She told me about how you got separated as kids. I asked her if she was scared. All she could think about is that you were safe. That never changed.
I loved her so much.
Me too.
How do you explain like that? How it went down?
Yeah, that's what I said. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
There's some guy who was floating like a seance dance. He actually used to be a Nazi.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye.
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Have you ever heard of LARPing?
LARPing? That's some sort of leisure activity?
Well, I'm in this guild, and...
Oh, balls. I think I got some blood on my tie.
Balls.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name?
Bobby Singer.
Bobby Singer, yes. Balls.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you come across somebody that just makes you better. And that Missy, boy, she just outdid herself with the suit, right? The elasticity in this fabric.
Stop.
You coming?
Yeah, I thought she was coming.
Hey, are you sure this is okay?
The leather and shit would fuck that up.
It would.
So should I say a few words? What do you think of Lady Hawk?
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
Hawk Eve?
No, it's worse.
Damn, okay. Hawk shot. Like hot shot, but you know, hawk.
That is awful.
I think Lady Hawk is okay.
Fine.
You know what? Actually, I have an idea.
It's better than everything else she came up with.
Yeah.
Lady Hawk.
It'd probably be easier to do that than yeah.
The day looks tough, but when New York
Who are they singing about?
The fucking first Avengers movie.
But there's no fucking Avengers here. There's a bunch of the people singing about them.
But when you set up a fucking film and you don't put all that in there,
Yeah.
like there's just a goddamn rock opera production. So like the normal New Yorkers they're trying to bring in there, like every other fucking bleeding heart that goes into theater.
Yeah.
I could do this all
That was our reaction. Now you're gonna hear about it. So, what do you think?
I thought it was a good finale.
That was pretty good.
And
Action-packed. It was entertaining.
Had heart.
Sans rock opera. It is definitely not my thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that a rock opera or is that just like an opera? Because I've seen rock operas with like heavy metal and puppets. It's pretty cool.
That's a sock opera, my friend. With
Gravity Falls. Go check that out. But I've heard it with like different music, like metal, and I've heard like.
Okay, well that definitely wasn't just like an opera.
That's like a theater sing-along.
That's like something else.
Yeah.
Like a new kind of opera. It's a.
I mean, I'll say this: those guys, in my case, are immensely more talented than me.
I know. Yeah, they were some really good singers. And they did really good, but the tackiness of it.
Yeah.
Is not something I could sit and enjoy without being embarrassed entirely throughout the entire fucking performance. Okay, I'm sorry. It's something I can't. I can admit they're good. They're great performers.
Yeah.
It's great that you can stick those fucking landings and make that shit work. It is honestly.
Yeah.
But I can understand there's a gap between where I am and what you do. I cannot enjoy it. And like sit back and like go to dinner with you afterward and say, "Hey, you did a great job," but I was embarrassed to be there.
I'll say that I really feel like it was intentional. Like the
I know it's supposed to be that way. I get it.
It's like
that was
the
whole
eyes
idea because you're looking at it from ultimately Clint's perspective.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there like,
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's like a working man soldier.
Yeah.
That's to sit through that shit after he actually did it. So
I certainly understand now. I've never heard his voice within that universe. Why people love Kingpin? He is
it's not just his voice, but
he just like he has that presence that like. I mean, and
he's very, very intimidating.
Well, I'm going to bring up Star Wars again. In Rogue One, there's a scene where Director Krennic goes to Mustafar to talk to Vader. Vader just walks out, and like the body language changes, and he's like a little more reserved and nervous, and he's minding his P's and Q's. And I felt like when Helen, is her name Helen Bishop, Kate's mom? Well, Kate's mom had that same type of, like, she was scared, and she tried to be strong about it. Fortunately, because this is the last episode and I had to wrap it up, she was able not to come out of it scot scot clean. Yeah. But, you know, she went in there kind of bold with a plan. But Kingpin wasn't going to have any of it.
Well, you know, they establish Vincent D'Onofrio's character in the Daredevil universe as not just being, you know, this cool-sounding big guy. Like, he's actually a very vicious character.
Yeah.
There's a part where he like, beats a guy's head in with the fucking door of a car and like smashes it until the guy's fucking just... Yeah, and just... Not very nice. It establishes him as a guy that's very visceral.
I can see
very monstrous.
I can certainly see that.
In terms of like animosity.
Yeah.
So it's great to see him brought back. Fights with him usually like in the Daredevil universe too are kind of campy. It's kind of like he in the season 3 of Daredevil he puts up his Dukes of Daredevil and they're like doing this thing where they're putting their fists up. It's like it's fucking retarded.
They don't like Gangs in New York.
It's stupid.
Like Gangs in New York.
Yeah, but that's different because like, that's how people fought back then. It's like it's in the moment, but with this, it's like they're just setting up a fight, and it looks dumb.
Yeah,
like if you're a guy that's just supposed to be a powerhouse, this big, huge fucking monster,
then you wouldn't fight that way.
He's not like going to stop and like put up your dukes, Mr. Daredevil.
Yeah,
let's fight. And,
did he say that? Well, don't tell me too much.
No, he doesn't say that. My point is just that's the idea that I get.
Yeah,
and all the people eat it up, and they're okay with it. But I think that series was good. That season was good. It introduced Bullseye. A lot of other cool shit, not the shitty version.
Colin Farrell was great.
No, he wasn't in that.
In terms of feel-goodery, they didn't go over the top. I mean, I'm glad Clint got home with his children.
No, I think it all panned out well.
Yeah,
because Kate was alone on Christmas, but he brought her home.
She had the biggest casualty. She lost the most.
Well, I like that Jack came out not on top.
Yeah, but I think he'll be okay.
But he'll be okay.
He's got his money.
He's got his money. He's got his status.
Yeah.
He got to sword fight some people after the fact.
Yeah.
Held his own.
Yeah.
This is your moment.
I felt like the show was hinting at, and obviously it was trying to be it was like a red herring, but that he's obviously a better sword fighter than he let on, because he even said that. He was holding back. He blocked Kate's lunge without looking.
But he's also kind of a goon.
Yeah.
You know, he's arguing with this little fucking rich brat.
When you peed your pants, everybody does.
Everybody does.
That was funny.
It was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Like, this has probably been the most enjoyable for me in terms of these series. Like, I think Loki really brought the story moments, the heavy.
Yeah, the heavy.
But this has just been so enjoyable to watch.
Like a popcorny greatness.
But better than that. You said that fucking Moonfall movie is going to be like a popcorny greatness.
Yeah.
No. That movie looks like it's going to fucking be a shit show. A shit show. A wet shit diarrhea level in your pants.
Yeah.
You're embarrassed. Shit show. Because Armageddon was great.
Yeah.
That is like one of the most ultimate popcorn flicks in terms of, no, the science doesn't make sense, but it's got a bunch of fucking phenomenal actors that make it great.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't have all the phenomenal actors and has Patrick Wilson and...
I like him. I like Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, but he isn't. I don't think he'll be in it very much.
Yeah, because if you're narrating, you never know very much.
No.
We'll see. I mean, Emmerich, he does disaster flicks. Some are good, some are bad.
Yeah, I know, but
so...
disaster flicks, I've had my fill, man. I mean, especially after all the tsunamis. All the visual tsunamis after we had a fucking tsunami. Not we, but fucking Japan had the worst.
Yeah,
and, and that's horrible. It's horrible for Japan.
Clint Eastwood had a pretty great movie with Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was pretty heart-wrenching.
Yeah, it was. It was a hell of a thing. So how'd you feel about Yelena and how her character wrapped up and how she kind of found, her...
I liked it. I didn't think she was going to end up killing Clint.
No, I definitely didn't think so.
It's like, she looked good. She's very pretty.
Yeah.
The lipstick works for her outstandingly.
Well, I was just glad to see kind of...
she had a lot of really cool moments with Kate. I was really glad that they incorporated her character into this. So I have no complaints about her.
After Black Widow, I wasn't quite sure when we'd see her again. But the whistle thing came back, and then Clint used the whistle thing.
Yeah. And I guess, it only took 3 notes. It was like, one was on self-righteousness. Really reminded me of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
When I bring up Greed has the constant bouts with King Bradley, who's also Wrath.
Yeah.
And he talks about how King Bradley is very self-righteous in his beliefs and like how he thinks about things.
Yeah.
It kind of brings me to a point. I can't remember who the fuck I made the note about. It was about one of the major characters in this, and it definitely wasn't Kate or Clint.
Or Jack.
Nah, it wasn't Jack at all. He's very
frivolous.
Yeah. But it had to have been about Yelena or Maya or like one of those characters. But this,
I feel like Maya, her character, I kind of felt like got shafted a little bit in the
she got shafted. She wasn't really the self-righteous one. It was more.
Well, I just meant in general. Like I felt like they're building up that story, and then they brought in Kingpin. He overshadowed everybody, and I know that story's important, but I felt like that storyline got shafted.
Well, they shouldn't have brought it in if they were going to just cut it out.
Yeah, it felt like it just had like that moment at the end, and we don't know if he's alive or dead or what.
Well, in the comics, and I don't remember. I haven't read that many Marvel comics. I just get blips and glimpses, but
yeah,
he gets briefly blinded from a confrontation with Maya.
Really?
And I'm guessing this is probably where that's going.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
We didn't see it. So.
We didn't see it, so it didn't happen. That's how I feel about a lot of cinema moments, especially when you have big heavies like him compared to someone that's just introduced.
He's not going to come
in.
in.
He did not die.
Yeah, no way.
He did not die.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but he didn't die.
Yeah.
So that's probably the route they're going to take.
Good.
Temporary blindness.
It'd be great to see him again.
Some brain damage, something.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be introduced as a fucking this moment where it's like, oh my god, Kingpin's in this. Oh my god, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead. Sorry, folks. That's not how stories are told. If they are bad stories. So
I'm glad.
That's a phone. And I've been trying to convince Shane to do a Kodak moment with him. But he won't do it.
You sound like Ninja Turtles. Like, what a Kodak moment. But you're saying Kodak.
Kodak, not Kodak.
Yeah.
There's a difference for those of you that actually know what a Kodak camera is. And what a Kodak is from Metal Gear Solid. And if you know both, maybe we can come with a prize. But I can't guarantee you won't cheat, so I'm not going to give you a prize. So
I'm glad that the way they introduced the LARPing people and the way they came back, that was fulfilling.
That dude is definitely from a Clint Eastwood movie. The heavy guy. Yeah, it's a Clint Eastwood movie. It's about a guy who is... He's not really framed for something, but... God, I've never seen the movie. Someone told me it was really, really good.
Yeah, I believe
guy I used to work with. He was a guy that was like a security guard somewhere or something.
Yeah, and there was like a bombing, and he is the guy who came forward with the evidence, and then they started trying to blame him.
Yeah, the feds started to kind of target him.
And then later on, it was
he like lives with his grandma, and he's kind of a loser.
It was revealed that he was innocent or something later on.
And it's like all about.
I never saw it either, but it looked really
down on him.
It looked really cool.
Well, that guy, like, it looked like an intense movie. It's a very close to home movie. Mm-hmm. Those don't usually appeal to me.
Yeah,
like I don't want to go see miserable shit because my life already is miserable enough. Okay, I don't need to see anything that feels like
miserable, no disaster movie.
Yeah, it's like no.
This is 2 rules.
I don't want to think about tsunamis killing my children, and I don't want to think about just a shitty life for some other shitty guy.
Yeah,
that
was his grandma.
It was his grandma. So I can't do it. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I can watch like Mr. Babinski and Coraline all day long. He lives in the attic and with the mice. That's apparently what I do. I hear him in the ceiling sometimes when I'm sleeping, trying to sleep.
Yeah,
you can hear him skittering.
And
this is the coat that they were living in, but they're not here tonight. That I know of.
That's the lining for the coat, then, right?
What?
The lining for the coat?
No! This was literally the jacket I wore that night, and it was in this pocket.
We had like an outside coat then on it, I think, right?
I had a vest over it.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I had a vest inside of it.
Okay. I thought there was...
I had the vest and this coat over it, and that fucking mouse was either in the vest or in this jacket. And it somehow made it into my sleeve.
I'm just waiting for that to happen again.
Well, if it's there...
my dad had to
take
care of him again. If he's in there, he ain't happy. Full Metal Jacket. I mean, no. Major Pain.
Major Pain.
You know, I was wondering, I like owls, and I was wondering why they, like, okay, like, we have the scene with an owl, but where's it going? Maybe is it just, like, a funny moment? But no, it led to one of the most terrifying things.
It is terrifying, but it doesn't make sense why an owl would swoop down and pick up a toy truck. I guess it could hear them.
Yeah.
Because they would associate that screeching with maybe, like, a mouse.
Yeah.
Or something. It's usual prey.
Well, because I know that they'll take birdhouses, like they'll knock them down and they'll try to rip them off to get like eggs and.
Yeah, but it didn't do that. It just like swooped it away.
Yeah, so like I would think if it since the eggs or baby birds were in there and they'll try to pick up and knock down a birdhouse, they might pick up a little car. That was one of the most horrible things. I mean, I would just stay in the car because that thing is still got locks.
Hearing aid or signing.
I mean, I would rather hear if I could. I mean, I took ASL in college. It didn't stick. I mean, but yeah, if I could hear, I'd rather hear. I definitely would rather be deaf before I was blind. I'll tell you that.
Being blind would be a very shitty experience.
Yeah,
It'd be very like aggravating.
My buddy Gus, he's such a huge music guy. He said he knows he probably picks sight, but he said he'd be miserable. He said he has to listen to music all the time. That's how he is.
I definitely enjoy music immensely. It'd be very hard for me. Actually, it wouldn't. I think I'd rather just give up my sight.
Yeah, but you couldn't see your kids. You couldn't drive. You couldn't see them get older.
Couldn't draw. Couldn't do any of that shit. I know. But I feel like it would just relieve me of so much stress to not be able to see shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different, I guess. But for me,
I feel like I would be giving up a burden. But if I couldn't hear, it'd be so fucking aggravating.
No, but
you couldn't drive.
Relax.
You couldn't drive anymore. You couldn't listen to music anymore. So you literally see all the bullshit that everybody else is doing, and you can't hear anything about it. So you can't help with any of it, and only a few of them can communicate with you. So it'd be so fucking aggravating. You'd have to like live in your own little world where you didn't have to put up with their bullshit anymore. Because not only could you just like you're seeing all their bullshit.
Yeah, but
literally, you're looking into the eyes of their world of bullshit.
Yeah,
but you can't hear it anymore.
But you could just
you can't
look
decide
away,
any,
right?
You can't decide any course of action. You'd have to.
Yeah, I feel like I could look.
But that's
down.
what I'm saying. You'd have to just go away.
But I feel like
you'd have to go away.
But I feel like
even the simplest things, like your wife wanting something, but she
Yeah.
can't communicate it to you, and it's like you're just looking.
But it'd be easier to communicate with a person who could see than a person who's deaf.
You'd have to like drill. You'd have to drill in things in your routine at home.
Yeah.
But if you're like routinely going to work, or like you can't drive anymore legally because you can't hear.
Yeah, but I think if an emergency, you could drive, as opposed to if you're deaf, if you were blind. Like Maya drives. People, fucking Old Man Starkey was deaf.
Maya doesn't count. She's like a fucking criminal. Literally a criminal.
Yeah,
Old Man Starkey all kinds of shit.
He was deaf in his last 15 years, like deaf, and he was driving, and he shouldn't have been.
He shouldn't have been.
And he eventually died for it.
Yeah.
He didn't die because he died because of something else. A
tractor rolled over.
Yeah. But yeah, and just the burden you'd be on other people. You know what I mean? I feel like.
But then I wouldn't I'd live somewhere like a one-story home where I could find my way to that fucking bathroom all the time, and
you would have to rely on someone if you were blind. Yeah,
you need some help. Yeah,
I feel like if I was deaf, I could still do mostly.
If I was deaf, I'd be much angrier, but it'd be much more practical.
Yeah, and I like the moment where they brought back the Russian guy with his girlfriend. He went to see Maroon 5, but he still got his arm broke.
All right, well, okay. One other question I have, random question. My grandpa in his elder years refused to use a cane, even though he probably could have used one because he had diabetes.
Yeah.
And everything, and but he wouldn't use a cane.
Yeah.
His pride.
Yeah.
Would you use a cane or a walker, or would you try to fight through it and like stomp around?
Well, it depends. I mean, if I was in that exact same situation, I would use a cane because because you're damaging yourself more, and you'll be either die sooner, causing pain, or you would be more of a burden because you'll create other problems, right? I mean, if it's not the exact situation, I would hope I'd get to a point where I don't have to use a cane. But if I got there anyways, I would use a cane, or I would try to depending on what type of diabetes I'd have, I would try to purge myself of it.
Think about like my knee.
I would try to lose weight. I would try to.
I hit myself with a sledgehammer at work.
Yeah.
My knee. I think I chipped a bone in my femur.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely in my femur where I feel the pain.
Yeah.
Not in my actual kneecap.
I mean, you might have a little hairline fracture though, or that.
It could be.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I know now when I crouch down at work to do things, I have to use my other leg significantly more in my arms to get up.
Yeah.
Like now, that's not going to happen with that leg.
Yeah. I really like this series. It was good. Marvel, for the most part, they've been giving me some great things. Just saw Spider-Man. I like that. Just finished this. I like this. And so I want a Yelena-Kate team up. Hopefully, I imagine we'll get something like that. And hopefully, Kingpin comes back in a meaningful way because he was a badass. Obviously, he's not dead.
Well, he has much more presence than, like, Kang. We're getting introduced to Kang.
Yeah.
Up and coming.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a presence so far. He's kind of like the new Thanos. But Josh Brolin pulled it out of the hat on that one. He was He
was amazing.
But
he's like an incredible villain, like with the motivation and everything else.
Yeah, but Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin has an established presence in his role.
Yeah.
And I really think it could carry some weight and carry stories forward in the MCU that are much more low stakes.
Yeah.
But still intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not going to stand his ground against like Thor or somebody. But that's where the strategy comes to play because he's not just the brawn; he's also the brains.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done talking. We've got nothing else to say about this episode. We've covered everything, covered all the bases. Yelena's hot, and Haley Steinfeld and Clint had a nice little bonding moment where they became partners.
Yeah.
Clint was definitely referring to her more as a partner. Steinfeld gave up her mother to the cops, proved she's a hero.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, she did.
Think she did the right thing?
You know, if it was me, I don't know that I would do it.
Me either. You don't have the family. But we're not heroes.
Well, you know, I mean, what do you say? It's all circumstantial. Right now it's being presented not just circumstantially, but as a story to be presented to other people to affect them.
Yeah.
So the current culture we have right now and what they believe in heroics is kind of like 1984ism, where like your children are giving up your parents for things like, and I get that it's presented here in a much more traditional sense than in 1984.
Yeah, she murdered somebody or got someone to hire a hitman.
And that, but it's all about presentation, right?
Yeah.
When you're selling a story, any story you ever tell, unless your heart's just in something like Tolkien, who I have a heart for, so I'm probably biased, but that man wrote about stories and fables, mythologies that he loved dearly.
Yeah.
Whereas this, I feel like it's much more strategic. It's much more like what's the current social justice kind of shit. I mean, like, and I know that there's some associations there that people can argue, but my point is, your mother does some shit because she thinks it's best for the family. You did find out that her husband had huge debts to the Kingpin.
Yeah.
That had to be paid, or like her daughter could be killed.
Yeah.
Or she could, they could both be killed.
Yeah. So
you have to give the mother some slack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't give it my mother or dad or father. I couldn't give it my kids. And I feel like, that's just how I am.
Well,
and
it's like she was trying to protect
my dad.
She drew the line on her daughter.
Yeah.
Like, look, no, this is starting to affect her.
So I think she should get credit for that, too. You know what
but
I mean?
Kingpin is the kind of guy that's like, no, he's the one in control.
Yeah.
He's the power monger. He's the guy that feels like he has to have the final say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't agree. I mean, I don't think she's wrong.
I don't think she should have given up her mother.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But
I get why she
happened. I know why they made it happen because they want to make her a hero now that's worthy of becoming a new Avenger. But I'm very much in Zemo's corner in terms of the Avengers.
Yeah.
So think what you want.
I don't even know if all the Avengers would do what Kate did.
I don't know if they would.
Yeah.
I don't know if Natasha would.
Yeah, I don't think Natasha. I mean, they're fucking killing people.
Or Clint.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so
Ian Rogers, or Tony, who would have?
Like fucking Sebastian Stan, like his fucking kid definitely wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. So it's like no. But the new Avengers are going to become. It's all kind of like Metal Gear Solid in the boss in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Which talks about it's all a matter of the times. Mm-hmm. And the times, Shane, they are a changing. Our viewers are probably
War has changed.
Yeah.
And I think most, I won't say most, I don't see the demographics like you do, but I would assume there's a lot of younger people that watch YouTube compared to older.
The average age is now our age, actually.
Really?
Because so there's actually little kids, and then there's a gap, and then there's like a lot of 18 to 41. A lot.
God damn.
Yeah,
41? Really?
It's because a lot of the YouTubers who started, they're still YouTubers. They're getting older, and their content's getting more mature. And people who are fans of those people 10 years ago, they're now older, and they're more mature. So their content is just maturing and getting older. And so, like Malachi's age group, they don't really watch it that much. But Leon and Evangeline, they all watch it like crazy.
What do they do?
They play Call of Duty. I don't know.
Video games.
They watch TikTok and stuff like that, Yeah. But, so demographic is getting older, and it's 90% male on YouTube, but it's 90% female on Tumblr. So.
I ain't gonna tumble nothing. I can tell you, I can have tumble, I guess.
All right. No, but I agree with you. I couldn't give up.
I wouldn't do it. When I was younger, I probably would have because I was...
Why?
Because there wasn't much understanding. There was a lot more anger.
Yeah, I guess I felt like no matter how I felt, I felt like...
Yeah, but you had a really good mother. My mother and I were at odds when we were younger.
Yeah.
But now, my mother's proven that she actually is a good mother.
Yeah.
we've become closer. So now I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I know myself back then, and I know I might have, just because I was feeling vindictive.
I guess like I was just
Angry.
raised in a way, if you hate someone for their family, you don't do that. Like,
I wasn't raised in any way, Shane. They just kept me fed and housed.
Yeah.
And let me, like I'm like a pet, like an animal. Like just like, okay, you do your thing, just get good grades.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised.
Did you get good grades?
No. Because they didn't.
So you had the last laugh.
Like, evidently.
But yeah, I don't got too much else to say about this. It was great. It ended well. And now we got some more characters in the universe. MCU's thriving as far as I'm concerned. So
it's been doing well.
Whatever we got next, there are some things. There's some movies. There's some new show.
Period.
Yeah.
Of film or television, you might say, I guess, or streaming. They've done very well for themselves. I wasn't a big fan of WandaVision at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't entertaining to me. It was boring. But
yeah.
Loki was pretty good. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Definitely very die-hardish.
So it's never a bad thing. Yeah.
It's not at all. It harkens to my childhood. So I think they're definitely doing well for themselves. They're developing his stories in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You had Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Which turned out fairly well.
Yeah.
And
well, like I enjoyed the dynamic between those two characters more than I did these two characters together, and their dynamic.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought this was better.
I thought this was better, but I like their dynamic more.
Yeah, like my
this
favorite
is like
thing.
Loki. Like I like the story elements more, and like that little weird world they were living in. I like that more than any of them.
Yeah.
But in terms of entertainment and me just enjoying it, I like this the most.
Yeah.
And I liked WandaVision the least.
I hear you. That's probably the same for me. Anyways, guys, the next thing that's going to replace this is the Book of Boba Fett, I believe.
That's something that should be great.
Yeah.
Tamara Morrison's awesome.
And just like what Filoni and Jon Favreau have done, like I'm buying it all. Love it. Guys, we'll see you next time. Guys, thank you so much for watching our reaction series. If you're catching us for the first time, go back and watch the other ones. If you like us, you want to support us, you can just like and subscribe. Hit that notification. Go back, watch our other things. We have new things coming. We have some things ending. So just let us know what you like, what you don't like. And
we're okay with the love or the hate.